I'm Ana from Venezuela, and this piece resonates so much with me to see that many testimonies of such powerful women in such different garments and with different wordings and languages, all together showing the same message against discrimination. It's really powerful for me, and it speaks to the way we do activism back home. I remember when we did activism in the student movement in Venezuela, we used to capture the needs and wants of young people in our clothes as well. And seeing it with women all around the world and it being showcased and captured is really powerful and really resonates with me. For Venezuela, it would be interesting to know the underlayers of what women are thinking and feeling in such a conflict dynamic of oppression that is being silenced by not being able to speak up, not only because of the normal repression that we feel as women globally, but because of the fear of harm to family, to your organization, to your enterprise when you speak out. So I would really like for these women to be able to express their thoughts, fears, and experiences.
Yeah. And I'm hated. I think those people really deserve recognition. I think honestly, if it was on me, that they would be invited here in Switzerland and to actually just come here and discuss what's happening, what happened to them. I think honestly, this kind of recognition, it's amazing, but I think it's definitely not enough for what poor mothers, sisters have gone through. My thoughts are really with those people, and yeah, I actually don't have any words for what I am reading here. My name is Mazen. I am 19 years old. I'm originally from Kurdistan. Kurdistan is a place divided between 4 countries. I'm originally from the Iraqi part. Our people have gone through a lot of war, oppression, suffering, and actually today I'm here to talk about minority issues. And actually I passed by because we had a break, and I passed by this and I thought, whoa. I actually passed by yesterday, but I didn't have the time to really question or to look at it completely. But today I thought maybe it's good to look at it again and also look what's being said, and has really affected me. I think what those women are telling and all the things that are being shown here are very important. I think those people deserve to be seen, to be heard, not only by people who just pass by, but by officials from all over the world. I truly thank the founder of this amazing project that has been placed here. I really hope that people learn from this and that people also open their eyes on what's happening, and that we must not forget any victim, whether it's through war, displacement, refugees, sexual violence. Something I also really want to mention is that when people have the right to a voice, when people have the right to say something about any injustice happening, whether it's to a nation, to women, to any people around the world, and they have the right to have a voice about it, I think everyone should speak up. Unlike there may be communities, women who don't have the right, who cannot say something about it because they are forced to stay silent about it, but those who have the right to say something about it, I think they must do, because if they don't, on my part, I think they might be complicit in the situation and in the injustice that is happening. We should never look away, and I really encourage everyone also to be a voice for all of those people, for a minority, for women, for everyone around the world.
I came here for attending an PPP conference, but while I was walking through the hall, I saw something very interesting, and it was in red. So I came here to understand what it is, and all I could see is like some clothes and things But I understood that there must be a meaning behind it, and when I read, it was about violence against women. And as you guys can see here, it's we have like different languages and stuff. I'm trying to understand what it is, but actually it's more telling a story, not exactly, you don't have to understand it, but you can understand the meaning. You don't have to understand like literally. I also saw here that these garments only have the color red. It's no other color, not purple, not black, not nothing. And I see some clothes that has much more red than others, which I think it's means it's blood, and sometimes they're much more blood than other times, like, which means that violence can be sometimes much more severe than other times. But still, it's violence is same as violence. Like the most whitest shirt here still matters, same as the one that's stained in red, because violence, I think it takes time to reach the severe level. So from the beginning, we should put a stop to it. And I think these women telling their story helps spread much more awareness and make everybody know that no matter how modern we get, no matter how much life gets better, violence still exists. It doesn't have to be like a certain stereotype. Everybody can experience, and most women, I think, did experience some type of violence. I think art is one of the best forms to tell a story. A lot of people can understand it from different cultures and different languages. Of course, each individual person will take it as their own meaning and interpret it based on their own experiences. Different cultures and different women from all around the world. And I think these type of messages should be reminded to every society, even if we got better, so people keep it in their mind, so we don't go back. And such an art will obviously, it made me come here and made me ask questions and see, and I saw these pictures of women.
When I first moved around this corner, I was kind of shocked and surprised by this artwork. In the very beginning, I thought it was just a big wall of clothes indicated with something with the supply chain. But then when I read into it, some of the clothes and the words written on it, it says a struggle about the girls, about the women around the world. And when I think about it, I feel like the choice of the color is intentional, has maybe something to do with the period, with the other ladies' body themselves. And as I'm Chinese, I can read some of the clothes that's written Mandarin on it. And one of the shirts that really catches my attention was this one. Basically here they said that I'm just an ordinary student with a good grade, but why I cannot lead a simple life, why my books were torn by the other students, why I was bullied, why other students throw swear word at me, and why I can only bear their bullying at school. Friends, what's friends? I don't have friends, and I'm just feel like a nobody and a trash. And when I look down from the school, I see a lot of people going down there, and I feel like we're all small ants in this huge system. I think this is it's a good miniature of the life of certain girls and women back in China. I support some of the NGOs on gender education, especially based on the sex and sexual orientation, sexual expression with the sex education. But in reality, many schools and principals, they don't understand the importance of this topic. Many teachers say that, oh, we don't have school bullying. We don't have this problem, especially against, for example, our bodies during puberties. So When I read a lot of testimonies here, I'm really torn, but on the other hand, this really reflects the things behind, the stories behind it. But I like the idea that it's written on the clothes, because who are making this clothes, who are dealing with the clothes at home, it's usually girls and women. But there are their stories, their blood, their tears written inside, but sometimes they're always silent and we don't see it.
Je suis venue ici parce que j'ai vu de loin toutes ces œuvres. Je me posais la question c'était quoi. Et en m'approchant, j'ai su que c'était pour les femmes qui sont victimes d'abus et de discrimination. Alors j'ai tout de suite compris parce que les explications autour sont assez claires. Les textes sont assez clairs et les images également parlent d'elles-mêmes. On sait directement que c'est à cause de ça. Alors c'est important parce que malheureusement c'est quelque chose qui arrive tout le temps. Chaque année il y a de nombreuses victimes qui subissent des violences surtout conjugales de leur part de leur mari. Également aussi au travail, on n'en parle pas beaucoup au travail, mais aussi au travail. Il y en a certaines qui subissent des harcèlements par rapport à leurs collègues, à leurs patrons. Et c'est important d'en parler parce qu'il y a beaucoup de femmes qui meurent de ça. Et malheureusement, les femmes ne sont pas beaucoup aidées à ce niveau-là. Enfin, moi, je trouve qu'elles sont pas... elles sont beaucoup délaissées par la société. Si les associations ne font rien, l'État ne les aide pas beaucoup. Alors, qu'est-ce qu'on pourrait faire pour que ça aille mieux? Je pense que l'État devrait prendre ses responsabilités par rapport à toutes ces femmes qui subissent des violences, toutes ces femmes qui se plaignent, qui portent plainte, et malheureusement que leurs plaintes n'aboutissent à rien. On se sent impuissante. Alors, comment je me sens par rapport à toutes ces histoires, toute cette masse d'histoires, je me sens impuissante par rapport à ça, car il y a beaucoup de femmes qui sont dans le désespoir, si je peux dire ça comme ça. Et c'est compliqué à aider tout le monde, mais avec de la volonté, on va pouvoir faire de notre mieux et aider le plus de femmes possible. Alors moi j'habite à Genève et je suis vendeuse actuellement. Et je ne suis pas spécialiste dans la matière, mais j'ai connu des femmes qui subissaient des violences. Je vais encourager toutes les femmes. Je vais vous dire de vous battre, de ne jamais dépendre d'un homme. Et voilà, dépendez toujours de vous-même, ayez toujours un salaire à vous pour, s'il y a quoi que ce soit, de pouvoir vous échapper de cette situation.
Hello, I'm Rachana Podel from Nepal. And when I saw your such artistic activities, it feels like so wow, you are doing great. That because many of the unspoken stories are coming out of it, so that you, after visiting many of the parts of the world, you have done really bit of hard work, like from different corners of the world. There, the women's. They might have this different stories, but somehow they align each other. They even can't speak up in the communities even with their families as well, but they can write up and share something with you so that you can make a collective story of the women, and that's how it works. At least you can make some steps to them, and you can just provide some rights or something like that. What the common voices of the women can come out from here, and it can be recognized worldwide, and they might say later on say, wow, I just initiated and let's see how the change has occurred.
My name is Sarah Sheikh Ali and I'm from Lebanon. So I saw this exhibition and It might be inspiring a lot to see this in the building of the UN Geneva, but it's also so painful, especially when I saw the Arabic writings. It reminds me of the sexual violence in the MENA region, Middle East or North Africa, and all its forms, in the child marriage, marital rape, and the so-called crime of honor, and also of how the rape and sexual violence is being used as a systematic war weapon, actually, especially in countries like Sudan nowadays, and also we have saw this previously in Syria during under the Assad regime. So the most painful part for me, as someone coming from the MENA region, is how stigmatized are still the survivors. So instead of supporting the survivors, we have documented many women that have been killed after being raped during military operations or even in prisons. So I want to thank the artists for shedding light on this very important issue. And I want to say again that women's rights are human rights, and we should, all of us, stand for the rights and combat gender-based violence. I think that art is a very important tool to highlight and to raise awareness about human rights issues in general. I'm like an advocate for artivism, even though I'm not an artist myself. But I think the art has a power that maybe words doesn't have, maybe the reports, the very technical and academic research and technical report do not own, which is that art is a universal language. So now I'm seeing Arabic writings, but I'm also seeing writings in different languages. I directly understand that the sexual harassment, the rape, gender violence is not an issue of the MENA, is not an issue of the Arabic-speaking countries, is an universal issue. And seeing this exhibition really inspire more international solidarity around this topic.
My name is Philippe Lionjo. I am Congolese from DRC, the same country as Dr. Denis Mukwege, who is an hero for us. I'm 60 years old. I'm a man. And since I'm a kid, I've always been against injustice and mistreatment against women. I grew up in an environment of humanitarian activists, like my father, like my mother, and the rest of my family. I am based in Switzerland, where I work for the United Nations. Violence against women, it's not a matter of women. It's a matter for everybody, and especially for men. I remember a few months ago, I was with a woman who's a writer. She wrote a book called His Only Wife, talking about early marriage, forced marriage, arranged marriage in Africa. And I told her, this book should be addressed to men. Kids, little boys, because they need to be educated in a very important matter, that is respect of the rights of women. They need to understand from very, very early age that beating, mistreating, raping a woman is not what a man is supposed to do. It's not what meant to be a man. A man is someone who respects others, especially women. Since ever, I have always been in this struggle, in this combat. And when we say combat, as Dr. Mukwege inspired us, is that we as men need to talk to other men, especially the one who thinks in a patriarchal, old-fashioned way. Patriarchism is not mistreating women, is not disrespecting women. Patriarchism is a man who do everything for his family, his woman, his mother, his daughters. One of my hobbies is writing, is also doing cinemas, music, and all this is art. And art is an important mean. It's an important mean to fight against human rights violations. What you see here is a beautiful example. It's the perfect example because art gives voice to voiceless. Art is one of the most powerful means to talk to people and to have a powerful impact on their mind, on their thinking. We need to change the mindset, and art is used for this. Writing or this kind of exhibition, this kind of art, can do something. Actually, it can make a change. It can make a change because human being has been always very, very sensitive to art. If you go back to your history book, they will tell you the story of those Neanderthalian people who were painting in the caves. Art speaks. Art is a voice. Art is important in this combat. Art is people expressing the sensitivity of victims. And for victims, art is also a means of reconstruction, rebuilding themselves. When it comes to artists, like this one, I think that they are recipients of all the pains, all the suffering of the victims, and they take this and they, in French we say magnifier, they magnify it and they make it beautiful. They make it beautiful, and the voice is not just crying, but it becomes a chef-d'oeuvre. And a chef-d'oeuvre is always speaking to your heart and to your mind.
My name is Chagit Pir, and I'm the president of Naamat International. Naamat is the biggest women organization in Israel. I just came here and I saw this amazing exhibition. And I want to tell every woman, you are not alone. I believe in you. And your words in this exhibition and every shirt and every meaning, it's recognized far beyond this room. You will never be alone. All the women are always with you, believe in you, trust you.
My name is Intan Indria Dewi. I'm the chairperson of the National Trade Union Federation in Indonesia, especially in the SPN Banten province. And today I look at this artwork and feel it's amazing and incredible because today we celebrate about the 6 days about against the violence against women. So it's so incredible. And you know that in Indonesia also we still addressing the gender-based violence against the women workers, and all the innovation that we could make, and this is like an inspiration for us to make any movement against the violence against women. And we are the trade union in Indonesia. We ensure and push the government about to build the safe house in the workplace, because the safe house in the workplace can address the women workers who get violence and harassment, to have a safe and also to have a rehabilitation post-traumatic about their feelings when they already get the violence and harassment. So the trade union also have some social dialogue, audience, and also the collaboration with the musician to make a struggle song. And we hope that all the people in the world will aware about the gender-based violence and harassment, and all the people in the world wants to fight about the gender-based violence in the workplace. For now, in Indonesia, we have 38 provinces. But for the safe house, we only have 6 safe houses in Indonesia. It means only one safe house for 6 provinces. So we need more safe house, and we have an innovation that we want to bring the safe house in the workplace, because sometimes women workers cannot access to the safe house is too far from the workplace. So bring the safe house to the workplace, it will be more worth it, it will be more great. And also the collaboration that I need, and also the trade union need, is from all of you, from the artists, or from the anything that organization or NGO or the artist or the musician can do with us to show how the safe house is important for the women workers.
I'm Namras Silwal from Nepal, belongs to Social Work Institute. So I like this exhibition, very fantastic. She is bringing the voice of the women, and the red symbol also, I mean, what I felt is that this represents the reproductive system. I mean, women are a creator, so it's a very beautiful, I mean, expression of the women. So everybody should be respect, realize, and act it. I mean, this is art. In the art exhibition, no artistic way, people can express freely. There is no boundaries, and the people who see the art, they can interpret by their own way. There is no limitation of word or speech. So that's very fantastic. The color, the way they are writing, and the way she is presenting here, it's amazing. So it's kind of expression. Thank you.
L'œuvre d'art, elle attire l'attention de loin. Elle attire notre attention quand on est de loin, et de se rapprocher pour savoir exactement quels sont les écrits qui sont inscrits dessus, et c'est touchant. Oui, c'est surtout ce côté-là, en tout cas, parce que ça ressemble, on dirait des taches de sang de loin. Et de se demander, ok, ça doit être certainement lié à la violence et aux femmes. Donc c'est ce qui attire, de se dire qu'est-ce qui est écrit, qu'est-ce qui est fait derrière, et qu'est-ce qui est dit. Pour moi, la couleur du rouge, et surtout celle-ci, la manière dont elle est faite, ça ressemble beaucoup à du sang. Et de s'approcher et de réaliser que c'est pour le sujet qui est sur la violence faite aux femmes. Donc pour moi, je comprends que c'est le lien qui est entre les deux, du fait que les femmes, la plupart ont eu à subir des violences faites contre elles, et c'est les premières victimes au niveau de la violence. Donc je pense qu'il y a le lien entre la couleur qui ressemble à du sang et les violences qu'elles subissent, que c'est vraiment un symbole, que la couleur est un bon symbole par rapport à cette lutte-là. Je pense que c'est important de mettre des mots sur les mots, et que l'écriture libère beaucoup et peut faire plus d'impact qu'une parole, parce que la parole passe mais les écrits restent, et je crois que chaque histoire ou chaque vœu, chaque chose que chaque femme a dit ici est important et a du poids et doit être pris en considération. S'il y a autant d'écrits, c'est qu'il y a autant d'histoires, il y a autant de violences qui existent toujours. J'ai fondé une ONG où on travaille pour les femmes et les enfants. Et on travaille aussi avec une institution qui est aux Nations Unies, donc c'est pour ça aussi qu'on est là. Que l'art c'est une manière d'exprimer et que l'art est un moyen de pouvoir, est un moyen de pouvoir transmettre un message et chacun le reçoit d'une manière différente, mais c'est juste un moyen où la personne qui est derrière a voulu exprimer quelque chose et chacun le reçoit d'une manière différente et c'est ce qui est intéressant.
Something that was really meaningful and really stayed with me about this exhibition is the amount of different languages and methods of expression that you can see here. As someone who speaks English and French, it's instinctive to look for, languages that I recognize, letters that I recognize, but what was really powerful here is that because there's so many different testimonies together from people who've experienced so many different things within gender-based violence and discrimination, you just really feel and you focus on the feeling rather than even like looking for the specific words, since there's just these common experiences. And I think that art like this is really important too, to create empathy, since art creates empathy and then empathy creates action. And I think that's something that really stood out to me about this piece. Also the visual aspects as well, how some people experience themselves by writing out details of what they've experienced, other people by drawing and expressing themselves through very visual mediums. And I think that's also really important and really powerful as well, since whether you write 100 words or 5, your experience matters and the way you express it matters and is valid no matter what. And I've volunteered and worked with youth and girls in Canada and in the United Kingdom, and even very young girls that I've worked with have already started experiencing discrimination based on their gender. And it's something that's really important to raise awareness about and talk about, since all around the world, women and girls experience discrimination, they experience violence, whether it's from intimate partners or and institutional violence as well. And so artwork like this, it really stuck with me for raising awareness to that in a very public and important forum.
Ich lernte Franziska Greber bei einem anderen Projekt kennen in der Deutschschweiz, in Uster. Da zufällig kamen wir zusammen und es war eindrücklich und gleichzeitig auch spannend, und ich machte es gerne, ihr zu helfen, diese Installation zum gleichen Thema aufzubauen. Und darum hat sie mich dann auch angefragt, für hier diese viel größere und imposantere Ausstellung zum Thema Gewalt gegen Frauen. Und es war für mich auch ein spannender Prozess. Ich kannte das Thema schon, aber hatte natürlich nie die Gelegenheit, so ins Thema einzutauchen. Beim Arbeiten konnte ich einzelne Texte dieser Frauen lesen und Schritt für Schritt wurde das zum Teil sehr emotional. Dann andere Aspekte, nämlich die Tatsache, dass das in der Schweiz auch verbreiteter ist, als man das normalerweise das Gefühl hat. Das waren verschiedene Erfahrungen. Ich habe vor allem im Hintergrund gearbeitet sozusagen. Man sieht, das ist ja fast 4 Meter hoch, und mit einer raffinierten Konstruktion, mit Leitern, haben wir da zusammen das aufgerichtet. Es ging eigentlich nicht anders in diesen kleinen Raumverhältnissen, und es war auch spannend. Man muss dann ein bisschen improvisieren, und hat mir Spaß gemacht. Und letztlich mitzuhelfen, um diese Thematik, dass die an die Öffentlichkeit kommt. Ein Höhepunkt im Rahmen meiner Mitarbeit war eine Veranstaltung mit verschiedenen Vertreterinnen von Organisationen und auch Betroffenen, einer Überlebenden, die das selbst erlebt hatte, Missbrauch. Und alles mitzuerleben, eben von der Arbeit von null das aufzubauen, dann zu sehen, wie es am Schluss steht, und den I-Punkt noch, diese Veranstaltung, das war eben das ganz Spannende. Und ja, es ist nochmals ganz etwas anderes, diese Personen aus verschiedenen Ländern zu erleben, Geldgeberinnen, Verantwortliche des Projektes, Betroffene, diese Leute, wenn die zusammenkommen und ja, man sieht, wie das dann auch einen Multiplikatoreffekt hat, denke ich, und diese Botschaft ideal dann verarbeitet wird und gestreut wird. Ja.
We are here in front of the exhibition of Franziska Greber organized by UNIDIR at the Palais des Nations in Geneva. My name is Thomas Krieger and I am the events coordinator at UN Geneva. I am very pleased about this installation, both because of its artistic value. It's a beautiful piece, very standing out in this building. It's a piece that attracts attention, and also it's a piece that addresses a very important topic, namely violence against women, which is a problem all over the world. And as you can see in this piece, it also addresses voices of women from all over the world speaking to this problem, which the United Nations is also very active in trying to eradicate. So this piece not only brings some artistic life into the building, but it also helps to give voice to women who are facing violence all over the world.